All right, my friends, welcome to episode 215 of Prof and Dev Play Games. My name is Larry the Professor. I am at Prof Plays Games, and over there is Anthony the Dev, and he is at Summer Speak. And we are thinking of our family and friends in the Santa Rosa area, Sonoma County area, who are currently under fire again. And I'm also thinking about President Trump, who got booed the fuck out at Nationals Stadium tonight, and the chant was "Lock him up."
Seriously?
Oh God, yeah. Check my Twitter. I retweeted it. It made my fucking month, man. Seriously.
Holy crap!
The whole stadium chanting "Lock him up" when he was on the screen.
I saw a thing earlier in the week of being like, will he actually show up?
Yeah, because he was not going to be thrown out the pitch. That's for sure.
Yeah. I guess he did.
Yep, and he was on the screen. He showed up with a bunch of, his cadre of Republican people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
Can't control a stadium, though.
You cannot. And there was people came to play.
Yeah.
So did the Astros, not so much the Nationals.
So, let's see. Are the Astros...
It's 3-2 now.
3-2?
Yeah,
okay.
the Nats won the first two, and then the Astros won the next three. Like, the home team is not winning in this series.
Wow.
Unless obviously if the Astros win when they go back home, then they will.
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy. Well, this week I'm going to avoid talking about fantasy football because I can't brag about it. So we're going to talk about The Last of Us 2, and then we're going to talk about BlizzCon predictions because I'm going this week. It's not been canceled. And let's just get right into Last of Us 2. This week, Neil Druckmann on the PlayStation blog said, hey, I'm getting right to the chase of the news here, and it's that The Last of Us 2 is being released now on May 29th, 2020. Basically a month after they said it's going to be released in February 2020.
I know.
And, he's talking about they got positive response, and they worked on it, and then they realized when they were closing out sections of the game, they didn't have enough time to bring the game up to their Naughty Dog quality of polish. And also, I think they want to reduce the stress of the team, he says, which is nice.
Yes.
So that piece is great for me. The question I have for you as a dev is, a month ago they say February. Like, they had avoided a date for so long until they wanted to be sure, and then a month later they change it? What changes in that month?
Anything like that happened, whenever they were making that trailer, the announced trailer and everything, they probably committed to that date months earlier.
Okay.
To make that trailer.
Oh, okay.
And, that's the thing. They probably didn't decide that was going to be the release date the day before the trailer came out. They probably decided, let's see, when did the trailer come out? A month ago, roughly?
Yeah,
3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
They probably decided then about 12 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Someone did the forecast of, okay, this is where we're at. This is where we can see being done.
Right.
Based on knowledge we have that they had then. And clearly they've updated their knowledge as time has gone on and been honestly, I feel like this is probably more of a thing if they don't want to crunch their employees.
That's great, because
in
Naughty
the previous
Dog crunches
years,
them.
I bet this would be yep, we've committed to that date. We're just going to crunch. We're going to make it happen.
Right.
And now they're like, you know what? No, we're not. We're actually going to take a realistic amount of time and not burn out our employees and destroy their health and families and relationships, and actually ship when we feel like we can be done while still having positivity on the team. They don't
want a Kotaku article about their crunch again. And
no.
What do they lose? Nothing, right? People are still going to buy this game. It's still going to be in the PS4 era. It's not PS5 yet. I think the thing that gets lost, and Jason Schreier reported on this, was that Ghost of Tsushima was supposed to release in that May window, and now it's not. So if it gets pushed to fall, that is the PS5 window.
Yeah, but they still want to probably have good PS4 games.
Yeah.
Even when the PS5 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they'll just adjust it and say, okay, well, actually, that's the thing. If Ghost of Tsushima was going to be in that release window, it's on track to be released then. So does this delay just give the Ghost of Tsushima team another 5 months, basically?
Imagine what you can do with a game that's completely polished, and you get 5 more months, and then what you could...
Make a PS5 version.
Yeah. I figure they're going to have some sort of texture pack, right, for PS5 or something like that?
They could do that. I mean, it frees up a lot of room to make an even better experience.
Right.
I think the only person that really loses here is Sony shareholders or whatever, because all these will be on a different fiscal year now. So it probably drastically changes their forecasts on what year they're making their money.
Does their fiscal year end March?
I don't know.
I thought it was June.
Oh, do they do?
I thought it was June.
Yeah, it's probably June. So,
but you're right, Tsushima, like both of these should have been, but now Tsushima's out of it. You're right.
Yeah, so they just slightly moved around, but again, it's not going to probably hurt their bottom line at all, and it's going to make both games better, almost certainly.
I mean, great, because what 3-month delay? I'm not sure that I would have. No, never mind. I was gonna say I probably wouldn't have played it. No, I probably will. I want to play this game as soon as it comes out. But the 3-month delay, if it's an even better game, we waited this long, whatever. And we're gonna have fucking Cyberpunk at some point in the middle there, April.
Yeah, as long as it's not delayed. Because what else did we learn that got delayed? Because a lot got delayed.
Jeez, you're right. Yeah,
delayed stuff.
Yeah, Watch Dogs Legions.
Yep.
Legion.
And the Gods and
Monsters
both of those got pushed out of this fiscal year.
Right. And theirs was the end of March is the end of their fiscal year. So.
Yep.
Which may be for Sony too, I can't remember. But yeah, they not only pushed a bunch of games, but they also reported that they had super underwhelming sales for Breakpoint and something else that came out recently.
Well, Breakpoint didn't sound like a really great release.
Yeah.
So, kind of hard to argue there with them being like, you got to release more than that. And Ubisoft typically, like you said, sticks around and updates their stuff, but still, I think you start burning people's trust if it's constantly that.
Right. Like releasing a game that's not great and then updating it over time.
Yeah. At best, now you're getting people to be like, fine, I'm not going to buy any Ubisoft game at launch. I'll just wait 6 months and then buy it because I know it will be better then.
Right, and cheaper. I mean, if I had waited to buy Odyssey, I think it was still great at launch, but if I had waited, I could have gotten the gold edition for like $45 instead of $100. Yeah. So I just couldn't wait for that game, and I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah. It's definitely an issue there, but I'm happy to see the delay being done and not crunching, but it is still ridiculous that they announced a date a month ago.
And then changed it a month later.
I get why it happens, but I'm also like, man, couldn't even hold to it for a month. Okay.
It's Uncharted 4 where they delayed it and then delayed it and then delayed it for 2 weeks. They're going to delay it. That's just what they do. This is not unexpected. This doesn't bother me at all. Gives you more time to play or watch a playthrough of Last of Us.
True. What else got delayed? Oh, Vampire Bloodlines too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not coming out. It got delayed till later in 2020. They didn't give a specific date.
Okay.
So like all that crowded fall by, I'll get Final Fantasy and then I'll get Cyberpunk. There's my games.
Right, and you're right, because the spring was totally crowded, and then all of a sudden they've all moved out of it.
Yeah. Actually, I'll get Animal Crossing, I think is...
if they don't delay that.
Yeah, sometime in there, and then Final Fantasy, and then Cyberpunk. That's like my entire spring gaming.
Right.
So, yeah, doesn't seem too crowded anymore. So...
That's good, more space for the games.
Yeah. I don't know. It's ridiculous, all of it. I saw someone online, like people complaining, like they shouldn't announce games this far ahead out and stuff. And I'm like, I get it, but you want to make people know that these things exist.
Well, and there's so much pressure on them to like release a release date. Like there is so much hype for finding out the Last of Us release date, and I feel like that's puts a little pressure on the team to like want to like deliver for your fans,
Yeah.
But I don't know, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, and most of the big AAA are not in a place where they can finish the game, then say, okay, we'll release in like 2 months.
Right.
Because the amount of money in the air there, no. Just not how it works.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's just, I feel like before it would just be disappointing, but now I think more people are tuned into good reasons why games get delayed and games that have come out recently that should have been delayed. I And there's so much to play anyways. And then obviously stack on top of that family obligations, work obligations, new movies coming out, books, TV shows, whatever. Like, whatever. We have so much to do.
There's so much vying for our attention.
Yeah, that I can do a delay.
Right now, it's ridiculous.
So a delay doesn't really hurt.
I mean, I don't think it's always been this bad.
I don't think so. I think that...
I mean, my time is, of course, as parents, our time has gotten eaten up.
Oh, yeah. Jesus
But
Christ.
I also just feel like as I've gotten older with my kid, like as the kids are getting older and I've been raising, like, I tend to have more time at night and on the weekends to do what I just consume the media that I want to consume.
Right.
But there is so much more of it now.
Well, and not only is there so much more of it, because there's so many different channels, to get that media, but it's so much better. Like, there's a lot of really, like, 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's so much I want to watch. There's so much I want to read, play.
Yeah.
That a delay doesn't bother me. Whatever. Should we talk about Blizzard again?
Yeah, we should.
BlizzCon's happening this week. I'm headed up on a train getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting on a 5:30 train to Anaheim, getting there around 8 a.m., and then headed to the convention center to get in. Hope that's all going to work out. Predictions for BlizzCon. Obviously, I think Diablo 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah. But what is it?
Just a splash screen of a title screen?
Think it will be playable. At least full-on trailer with gameplay. If not, playable section on the floor.
Man, fuck, man.
I just don't know what it is at this point.
Yeah, like, what is it? You heard, like, Dark Souls-y combat at one point.
Yeah, but it sounds like they dropped that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why they delayed it for this year.
Yeah.
Because they were dropping that style of gameplay, which is unfortunate. Because I think a Blizzard, that team's approach to, like, a much more inviting Souls-like would be really cool, and Diablo suits that so well.
Yeah,
especially
I
with
like
tons of loot and items and gear. God, that'd be a ton of fun.
Yeah, I feel like they could sell it, because usually I feel like that drastic of a change kind of pisses off the fan base, but I guess they're pissed off enough with Diablo Mobile.
Yeah, exactly, which we'll still hear nothing. Maybe you'll hear about Diablo Mobile again.
I suspect we will in some smarter capacity.
That's true.
Because I'm still interested in it. That shouldn't have been, if they had followed that up with a title screen of Diablo 4. That's it. I think it would have been a lot better, because they're looking at that and saying there's no Diablo 4, but we're working on this. So I think that was a missed opportunity.
It was. I think they flubbed that one pretty hard. Their marketing has just been PR and marketing. It's just not on point. I'll give that.
That is, like, putting it so mildly.
I know.
You're so kind.
I am kind. Well, I don't want to keep kicking the dead horse.
No,
we've been on that train the last couple weeks, and it's like, yep, still a thing.
Yeah, I've got my T-shirt ready. Got May with her Hong Kong flags ready to go. But yeah, I think that's another prediction. Basically, some sort of protest event within BlizzCon is going to happen. And I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but there'll be something.
Yeah.
Much like we saw in National Stadium tonight against Trump.
Yeah.
So.
I was looking, I'm like, what else is rumored for BlizzCon? Have you seen the other rumored game announcement?
I feel like I've heard like a shadow of a rumor or something that's in the back of my mind. I heard on a podcast or something. 2.
Well,
that was not it. What?
Yeah.
How did you make a 2 of that game?
That's the rumors that have been going around.
Oh, shit.
There's actually just going to be a full-on sequel to Overwatch.
Wow, I wonder if that means like campaign or something too. Huh.
Maybe they just basically... it was like rumors that there was like a paid expansion for it. But then those kind of morphed into now everyone's saying that it's not an expansion, and it's called Overwatch 2.
That's crazy. They just released a new character for Overwatch.
Yeah, who knows what that means for that type of game, what a 2 would be, and how they would migrate people between it.
Right. Oh, that's crazy.
But we'll see. Like, that's the other big rumor that I saw GameSpot talk about it a little bit.
So I was thinking for sure there'd be a new Overwatch character, but if they're going to talk about 2, that's probably not it then.
I mean, it could be a lot of characters.
Yeah. Is it a persistent hero shooter? How do you sequelize that?
I don't know.
Unless you're overhauling like the whole game system. Because if it's just like new maps and new characters, why didn't you just add that to the base game that already exists?
Or maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is just an expansion for the base. Maybe it's a standalone thing.
Maybe it's a campaign.
Where it all just fits together. So let's say you bought Overwatch 2.
Uh-huh.
You would have the characters from Overwatch 2, but not Overwatch.
God, that's weird. I don't know.
I don't know what they would do. Let's see. There's more thing. Potential sequel will include both PvE and PvP, and a new leveling system will change certain abilities for each hero. For example, there will be an upgrade change to Tracer's Pulse Bomb that makes it so if you stick it to an opponent, all units close to the target that got stuck will also be stuck with a Pulse Bomb.
I guess that makes sense if you're like changing the abilities somewhat drastically to kind of make it a sequel so that people could still play the original how it was. But I don't know, you're splitting the player base at that point too.
Oh, they say and the rumors of a remaster of Diablo 2.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
I mean, some of this it feels like it's just getting a little bit out there, but
that's just like fan wish fulfillment, right?
That is wish fulfillment. I'm like, sure, guys.
I would lose my shit if they had a remaster of Diablo 2 while I'm there. I would start peeing on everything. I don't know.
They remastered StarCraft.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could do a thing where they're like, fine, we're not going to make it 3D. We're just going to remaster the 2D graphics.
Right. God.
And just be like, yeah, it's Diablo 2 with not the pixel graphics anymore, but a little bit cleaner vector graphics.
Right. Man,
they would sell me. I'm sorry. Like,
I think that'd be more exciting for me than fucking 4, which is crazy.
So much time with 2. Oh.
Yeah, so many hours, so many experiences with so many different people. Man, my cousin playing with you.
Improve quality of life. That would be.
Yeah.
They just remastered it a bit, improved some quality of life, especially inventory management.
Yeah.
Man, you could do so much better with that.
Man, I played that game for so long and never, ever, ever got a Stone of Jordan.
I got like 2.
Really? I never got one. Crazy.
What else could they announce? They typically announce like a Hearthstone expansion probably in there. Mm-hmm. Maybe a WoW. No, probably not the next expansion. Since
they just come with the classic one. Yeah.
I think this is going to be... They might do an expansion for not classic. For current WoW, whatever the next thing is going to be.
Yeah.
It's such a weird place now that they did classic, though.
Right.
And poured so much marketing into classic.
Well, I feel like there's 2 branches, right?
There is 2 branches. I'm like, okay. I guess classic doesn't matter, though. I mean, classic is what it is.
Yeah. And you're not going to add to that, right? Because it's classic.
No, I mean, eventually they... I don't know if they've even said if they'll ever do the expansions for it.
Right, like Burning Crusades and whatever else.
So it might just be its own standalone thing. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see what the next thing is for WoW.
Yeah. It just feels like this BlizzCon is Diablo. It's got to be Diablo.
Yeah, it really needs to be.
Well, I keep saying this, but my friend knows that that's like it for me, and he's like, when I was telling him that I might not be able to make it because of whatever reason, he's like, you need to go.
You need to make it.
Yes, exactly. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be Diablo. Something. That's probably Diablo 4. So.
And then it'll get announced, and then I'll text you and say, get me whatever swag you can.
Yes, exactly. I know my mission. Oh,
Please,
man.
Get me something cool.
Yeah. Well, both my lanyards have broken in the last. I had a PlayStation 1 and a San Francisco Giants one, and they both broke. And I'm like, okay, I need to buy new ones. I'm sure they'll have one at Blizzard or BlizzCon. I mean,
yeah.
I'll give them my money.
Like 3 dozen lanyards hanging off of my above my desk. I could send you one.
Well, if I can't find any at BlizzCon, maybe I'll hit you up for one.
Lanyards. I collect them from all the cons I've gone to.
Right. I'm sure I have one somewhere, but the PlayStation 1 from the PSX broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know any other predictions. Basically, I don't think there'll be a.
Well, that should be exciting. I look forward to talking to you about all the stuff that you get to see there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they won't have an open Q&A, so, like they usually do.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
All right, man. What have you been playing this week?
2 things. First off, PC Xbox Game Pass for $1 is the best deal ever.
Isn't that rad?
Holy crap, $1 for a month. I'm like, sure, why not? So I got to play the Outer Worlds for $1.
Did you finish? Have you finished it?
It's big. It's probably like a 25-hour game.
Right. Uh-huh.
If you like focused on the story and didn't do side stuff, I think it's like between 40 and 50 hours if you do side content.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what can I say? It is, for anyone who doesn't know, it's Obsidian's own first-person RPG. So think their Fallout,
right?
Basically, but it's set in space and like a colony. Terra 2 is where it is, and a bunch of planets. It has like a Firefly vibe to it, a little bit tongue-in-cheek humor, like a lot of critique on the dystopia of corporations controlling everything. It's pretty hilarious in that way. I do like Obsidian writing, good, pretty much consistently. You're like, yep,
nice,
good writers, you know how to write good games. I've put about 12. No, probably like 10 hours or so in. And I've been doing a lot of side stuff as well, because the one thing this does, that where you see Obsidian have split their time between doing like New Vegas for Bethesda and then a bunch of like KOTOR 2 or Neverwinter Nights 2 for BioWare.
Right.
You kind of see a merging of the two in some ways, because you have a lot of the Bethesda open world walk around, find things storytelling, but you also have companion quests and like detailed companion storylines that you're working through that feels a lot more like a BioWare game than a Bethesda game. So you kind of get a merging of that. I've been having a good time with it. It scratches an itch for that type of RPG that's just not being filled right now and isn't going to be filled for a while.
It's an interesting juxtaposition to Fallout fucking first or whatever it is, the 76. Yeah.
Best marketing Outer Worlds ever got.
Exactly, man. It's like, oh, well, this sucks, but the masters are coming back with a game, so let's check that one out.
Yeah. I think my only criticisms is I feel like it plays it a bit too safe in scope and a little bit. I was talking to someone today, and I'm like, in a post Witcher 3 writing world, this plays it too safe.
Oh.
In a, like, it's pretty clear where you can see, like, this is the good choice, this is the bad choice. Which would have typically been fine many years ago, but now you're like, oh, I wish this was a little bit more gray.
Yeah.
It just is. It's still fine writing. It's just like, this genre has been elevated, so
right.
I expect more now. It's not detracting too much from it. It's just more of a like, okay, there's going to be nothing that's like as epic or written as that. It's not one giant open world. It's lots of open worlds, and actually that's probably a limitation on them using Unreal Engine 4.
So what do you mean multiple open worlds? Like you go through a portal to another one, or
you take your spaceship. You have your spaceship and you fly from planet to planet, and you can go back and forth and traverse back and forth. But like each area, even the biggest area, I'm like, oh, this is limited to the terrain size that Unreal Engine 4 can handle. Like, and there's eventually with Unreal, like one of their, I went to a thing many weeks ago where they were a dev days for them, and one of the upcoming features is to overhaul their terrain system so it can be as big as you want it to be. But that's not what it is right now. Like right now it's like 64 kilometer by 64 kilometer, I think is max. I could be a little off there, but there's a limit, and you can see that they hit that limit. Like you can't have Unreal Engine 4 just doing an enormous open world. That's just not what it's built for. And so how they solve it is you have a spaceship and you fly around to different areas. And so it's not just a big open world you're wandering around. And beyond the stuff that you need to do on those areas, there's not a lot to just randomly discover. So it feels a little bit more on rails on its storyline.
It's kind of nice in a world where we're getting such large storylines that you can kind of wrap that up in 20 hours or so. But leaves something to be desired, I guess.
It does, but I mean, I get it. Like, it's. I saw someone talk about it. It's basically was made with the quarter of the budget that Fallout 4 was made. So you pick and choose how much money you can spend on it. So
right.
And make the best game you can. And I think they've made a very good game for what they were able to do. It looks great. It plays great. I've experienced no bugs. For
a game from that company, that's amazing.
Yeah, there are no bugs. It's solid. No crashes, no weirdness there. Like it runs great. So I think it's a good game, not a great game.
Yeah.
I'm happy to play it in this Game Pass.
For a fucking $1, man. That's crazy.
For $1. And that leads me to the other thing of being like, what else do I get for $1? Let me look at the PC Game Pass. Oh, look at Slay the Spire.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God.
Did you start playing that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Slay the Spire is one of the greatest games ever made.
Oh, my God, dude. Okay.
It's the worst art ever. It's terrible. I'm sorry. Whoever made it, it's not good. It's like the art direction is, just going to be bad. Whatever. It's consistently, like, bad, but it's not good. But mechanically, it's so good mechanically. God damn, I just want to keep playing that game over and over and over. Have you seen it or heard of it?
Oh, yeah. When I came out on PC, I heard about it and was tangentially interested. And then when the Switch release was happening, I read a bunch more about it. But then I got it in Humble Bundle. I own it.
Oh, it's so good.
I just haven't started playing it yet.
It's just I mean, it's a roguelike.
Yeah.
But it's just a really good card game.
That's awesome.
Card game, roguelike thing that it's so easy to say, like, I just want to play one more round, one more battle. Cool. One more.
Right. Nails that 5 seconds of fun that you just keep looping back into.
Do it, and then you die, and you're like, well, should I stop? No, I can start another run. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, that's great.
God. I should just get it for the Switch and just call it good. Oh.
People like that version, so.
Yeah, no, I have friends who played it, and they're shocked that it's the first time I've even played the game. I've seen people play it. It looked cool, but now playing it, I understand why it's cool.
Yeah. Maybe I'll fire that up tonight after we get done.
It's so good. It's so weird. The art is off-putting. But
yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe they can afford better for Slay the Spire 2.
Maybe. I don't think they're doing Slay the Spire 2 anytime soon.
Yeah.
Their PC beta right now has a completely new character in beta. So they're still adding. There's 3 characters in the base game right now when it released, and there's a 4th in beta that will be out soon. I saw one of my coworkers playing it. He showed it off, and it looks really cool. So they're mining this game for a lot. So yeah, eventually they'll probably be Slay the Spire 2. I've seen other companies trying to replicate it,
right,
with little success. So
yeah. Well, of course, once something is hot, then people try to clone it.
Yeah, they try to chase it and clone it, and it's just not working out as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. I highly recommend that. I've been having a blast with that, and there is so much on that Game Pass where I'm like, crap, I could play so much in this month.
That's how they hook you.
I mean, that's only $5 for another month, so
it's a pretty fucking good deal, man. It really is. I've never done the PC one. I did the box version, but I played Outer Wilds a lot, which was a really fun game. Didn't finish it. You should check that out. It's at least put a couple hours into it and see what you think, but it's pretty good.
I've heard good things about it.
Just unfortunately titled.
I know, Outer Worlds. I was like, which? That's been confusing me for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I should check. I wonder if that is on the PC Pass or not. Let's look at all
yeah, I guess they're different, huh?
They are different. That's the thing.
So did you get PC Pass through the Windows Store kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, I Googled Xbox PC Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
And went through it just in a web browser to sign up.
Got it.
Yeah. It is not on the PC Game Pass.
Oh, that sucks. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, console, 1 month. Oh, it's just, I'm going through the Oh, there it is. Xbox Game Pass $1 unlimited, whatever it is.
Yep.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, $1 for a month.
Yep.
Okay. I might just have to do that.
Oh wait,
Check
because
out.
you have the Xbox one, right?
I did. I don't anymore. No, I don't have Xbox. I don't have Xbox Live or Xbox Game Pass anymore.
Yeah, because mine wasn't called. What was it called?
Xbox
It was just
Game
called
Pass Ultimate.
No, it was just called PC.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I mean, you could get Ultimate. It's also $1 a month, but it's for.
But that's for both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because it's
any
$15
gold.
a month. Yeah. Got it.
If you just want the PC, it's $5 a month.
Nice. Damn, it's like EA access. It's awesome.
Yeah. Except with a lot more games that are a lot better.
Yeah, a lot. Well, you got Hollow Knight on here with Game Pass, so it's worth it. Although that's a pretty cheap game anyways.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff in here that just I hadn't checked out that I kind of want to now.
Right, it's smart though. Like that one game gets you into it, and then you check out what else is there, and you're like, well, maybe I can do another month. And then keep creeping along.
Yeah, I'm sure. Private Division was the publisher for the Outer Worlds.
Because it came out on PS4 too. And,
yeah, PS4, Xbox,
and Switch one day.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think they said so, but
yeah.
Private Division must have paid, or Microsoft must have paid Private Division good money.
Right, to get a day and date.
Yeah, to get a day and date into this service.
Right. Oh yeah, there it is. Xbox Game Pass for PC beta.
Yep.
Cool.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, looks like there is for sure.
Just a lot of stuff where I'm like, I probably would never. I never really wanted to buy that at full price, but man, if it's here, I'll play it, like Dishonored 2.
Well, it gives you a chance to try out things you probably wouldn't buy, but then you can try it out and be like, oh, actually, it's pretty good. Maybe I will pick that up. Like Dishonored, yeah. Did you just say Dishonored 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just popped across that. I was like, oh yeah, Dishonored 2. But Gears 5, obviously.
Yep.
A couple of things. So, yeah. For me this week, unbelievably, I've been, or not unbelievably, whatever, getting ready for BlizzCon. I've been playing Overwatch. I've probably put like 3 hours into gaming this week, and it's all been Overwatch. Because I've been on my PC at night playing, or working. And then Saturday night, I worked with a bottle of wine, and my work stopped pretty quickly, and I just was a little too drunk. And then just drank the whole bottle of wine and played Overwatch from 9 till midnight, basically. I was texting you, of course.
Yeah.
And at one point, I was super excited that I got a highlight, and then the next day when I was sober, I realized that everyone gets highlights, but it wasn't the play of the game. It was just a highlight that it kind of captures something you've done that was really good, but it puts it into a separate section. It's just for everybody. Like any game, you do that. So I was excited, but then I realized that it was not what I thought it was.
You were not a special snowflake.
I was not a special snowflake, no. But just playing with the new characters, Sigma. I don't know. He's a tank, and he does weird shit. Like he puts up a shield that like soaks in weapons that are coming toward him and kind of shoots them back out, and throws these weird projectiles. And then has a shield like Reinhardt, but his shield, it's like a force field that just pushes forward. So if you hold the right mouse button, it'll just keep going forward until where you want it to be. You let go and it sets there. So you can put a shield like way in front of you instead of like directly in front of you. Oh. So they have smart ways to like kind of play with abilities that they've had before. Like Reinhardt's big shield, then there was Bridget who had the shield, but it was smaller, so she was more mobile. And then this guy, they can kind of shoot his shield forward. So it feels different, even though it's kind of a similar mechanic. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. A lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I've been playing.
I've been
it's so much work. So much work at work right now. It's unfucking real. Yeah. So that was it. That was my night. Gonna play a game and drink a bottle of wine. So I played Overwatch and had a fucking great time. No Witcher this week though. Every time I wanted to sit down and get into Witcher, I was just like, I don't have 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then the one that I did, I was drunk and making dumb decisions. So that's my life.
That's a fine life.
Yeah, no,
sometimes
good
just
stuff.
A bottle of wine as your best friend while you play some games.
Yep. My wife came down the next day and there was seriously like half a shot of wine left. She's like, why didn't you just finish this? I'm like, honestly, I didn't even realize how much was left. That's how bad
You're
it
like,
was.
I was being responsible. I won't finish the entire bottle.
Exactly. That's right. I'm not drunk. No, it was good. It was a good time.
Awesome.
Well, that's episode 215 of Prof and Dev Play Games. He is at Summerspeak. I am at Prof Plays Games. And if you like our show, hit us up on Patreon, Prof and Dev Play Games. We have some topics to go over next week from our Patreon supporters from October. Looking forward to get into those. And then rate us on your podcast service of choice. Let your friends know about our podcast. And we will see you next week after BlizzCon.
After BlizzCon.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Later.